Welcome to this series where we are trying to learn EU5 by playing Holland. Now, this video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than normal, simply because I've, in the same time as recording this video, I've also recorded a separate video on my understanding of markets. Now, in this video, what I want to do is look a little bit at diplomacy, because I don't think I really understand it. But for what I want to do, I may need multiple actual diplomats. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to increase my diplomatic spending by a little bit, and that will make sense because I reduced that right down because I thought, well, I didn't really need the diplomats, but a lot of things actually do need diplomacy. Diplomacy I'm going to talk about now is my interpretation of what we actually need to do to go to war with Utrecht. Now, to go to war with Utrecht, we need a reason to go to war. We can't just declare war. Well, I think you can declare war. If we go select Utrecht, I think if we actually no, it's this way, isn't it? Right click, not we open diplomatic relations. We can actually, is it hostile? Now we can actually declare war, because we declared war without a casus belli. We will get 8.75 antagonism, which will then cause a lot of problems. So we've got to get a casus belli. Now, as far as I know, there's two ways to get a casus belli, neither of which I really understand because I've never done it before. One is you get it somehow through the parliament, but I think I've got no idea how the parliament actually works. We're not sure what the parliament actually is. If we go to government, we got this here. It says here, it was called 3 years ago. I don't know when next time it's going to be called. The other option is we got to build a spy network in Utrecht. Now we can do that if we go to diplomatic actions here. I think it's covert actions here, and it says here this will have the following effect. This will eventually be something that you can use to convert into actions to fabricate casus belli, support rebels, infiltrate there. So we've now got to. So what we're going to do, it says here, do you wish to build a spy network in Utrecht? It will increase by 1.25 a month, and it will allow you to do various covert actions in the country. But each network activity maintains there. So it's going to cost us 0.1 in maintenance. Now so we're going to start the net spy network there. This is where it goes here, see, because what we've done now is consumed that diplomacy. And you can see here, but we got this diplomatic capacity, which is that 0.1 where we got that. There you go. Problem we're going to have with Utrecht is that the country is actually split. So if we come out like that, you can see we've got a little bit of Utrecht there. We've got a bit of Utrecht over here. Now returning to if you watch the previous video, you see that we've actually got one region or location in our market, and then we got all the rest of it out here. That means that this bit out here could be a bit of a problem. It also relates to control distance, because again, if we find control, if we take over this area, that's going to be a long way away from control. This area would be reasonably okay. So we've got to plan what we're going to be doing. Now, if we declare war, in order to get from our armies over to here, we've got to cross this country. Now, if I come into diplomatic, let's just see, come here, access actions. Oh, wow. Request military access. So it says here, we got to, if they it gives military access to Holland. Relationships ends if war breaks out between the two countries. Gets cancelled if the country gets annual peace deal imposed on them. It says here we lack the 5. What on earth is that? Let me just, whoops, sorry. These are favors. Favors represent how much. This is confusing me a bit because the video I watched, you actually had to pay for the access. But then that video was quite old, so there's a little bit of a warning here that if you watch tutorial videos that might have been made pre-release, the things have changed. So we actually got to get a favor Okay, so how do we get a favor? Friendly actions. Okay, invite settlers. Curry favors. Okay. So it says, oh, we need a diplomat. You do not have a diplomat to perform this action. This is the following effect. You increase the favor you owe by 0.5 each month. So we need to get that. What was it now? Was it 5, wasn't it? Yeah. So I think what the next thing we need to do is work towards getting that here. Now, the next thing I was thinking about is that go to diplomatic actions with these. Now, I don't know where. So we got a covert action going against building a spy network. What I want to do is rivalry. Okay, how do we should be able to declare, well, actually the game up here keeps telling me I should be possible rivals. Can we select you as a rival? You now announce to the world that the Bishop of Utrecht is our rival. Okay, I've got no idea if that's going to benefit, but what I have heard is that by making them a rival, it actually increases our spy network. So we've now declared Utrecht as our rival, and I think that's all we got to do diplomatically. We've still got a few problems here. Buildings missing inputs. So I think the automation is getting rid of the problems we got. Right, so we've now got this going. Why are we building a tar kiln in Den Haag? I'm not building a. What I want to do is build another marketplace in here, because I just want to keep building those marketplaces up. Oops, no. Oh, that's an estate construction. What's an estate construction? Okay, so somebody is building something in Den Haag. Does that mean we can build anything else in here? Not. I don't want Rotterdam. Actually, one thing I do want to do is, can we? It's Leiden. This is a tip that somebody gave me. Can we? How much did it cost us there? Building costs. We can't afford 53, because one tip I did pick up is the fact that Leiden is going to be the breadbasket of food. Now, I'll be completely upfront. I don't really understand the food, but the impression I get is that each province is self-sufficient. So if you've got, say, for example, Amsterdam produces a surplus of food here. Now, this surplus of food, as far as I know, it actually sells it to the market. This comes back to what I was saying in my video on the market. So that food produced in Amsterdam can't be passed to South Holland. What it actually needs to do is go to the market, and then South Holland here, it purchased the food back. And you can see it says here it bought 30 tons. So this area here sells 9 tons to the market, and this actually buys back I'm saying tons of 30 units, call it whatever you want to call it. That brings it back. Actually, I'm just going to speed the game up a little bit. That's going to bring it back in again, and this comes back to the fact that which I mentioned in the previous video, about the fact that you've got to control the market. If you control the market, you got control over the food reserves as well. So being in a market that you don't have control of is okay, but eventually, once you get to a certain size, that is going to get very, very big. We still got shortages of goods, but I can't see that. Oops, okay. Organized religion advanced there. So what this does, possible clerics in town, max literacy by the now literacy, as far as I can tell, is one of these things which is something you've got to build up slowly over time. So what are we researching now? Does it tell us what we're researching? Okay, let's just get out of there. So where do we find out where we're actually researching? Okay, so we're now researching guilds, which is the one I actually want. Present connections. Okay, oh, that's what we got here. Get rid of you. The Gestica mobilizes population. For many years, our policies have motivated a large majority of our population to duly attend expected religious ceremonies. We just to show their thanks. We gained 12. Oh, yeah, we're certainly. I like that. The other thing I've also got out here as my ship is a mistake I did make is that when I set up what I wanted the Navy to do is I actually, how can you put it? I didn't actually press the button at the bottom to release it. The other thing I want to look at, I was wanted to make him an admiral. Can we make him an admiral? No. Can't we make him an admiral? We can arrange a royal marriage. Okay. Our chancellor reports coming of age. Who's come of age? Is Isabella. She's got an even set of stats. Okay. Show character information. Where is she? She's not married. Can we arrange a royal marriage? Okay. No, there's no countries for you to select. Okay. Grant a cabinet right. Marry a noble. Can we marry a noble? We've got Henry. He's a cabinet maker. Is there any benefit of that? I need to look into this. Take vows so we could make. Okay. Okay. Utrechtian exile, classified as political exile from the Bishop of Utrecht, appears in our country. He will be useful. Moves to the country, gains 10. We gain 10 prestige. I would really like that prestige because it's no, we're not worried about that. We're okay. Chancellor reports coming of age. Wow. Oops, who came of age then? Okay, we got a consort. We can arrange a royal marriage. How do I see my characters then? Utrechian exiles. Why is it Preston Dees is thankful for being granted asylum in the British Hollanders. However, he's recently drawn attention to the fact that there are many other Utrechian nobles in his position, men of great wisdom and influence. He insists he could be useful to allow them to join our court should we wish to step up opposition. Exiles and okay, no, we're going to keep doing it because it's upsetting. Utrecht loses that. The event exiles of what's this then? Six. How dare they? Yeah, we're heading for war anyway, so gotta find out. I'll look for how we can the carrots. So consort. Now, does she add to his influence? Okay, we've just got finished a marketplace in Amsterdam. We've got 85 there. One thing I do want to look at Amsterdam because we've got our mission. We've got 2,899. Where's our missions? I'm going to slow the game down. I feel the game's running away from me. What have we got to get? We've got to get... Right, we're going to hit Amsterdam again with something that will... how many burgers have we got? Okay, can we go up another... I'm just going for the market level because I don't understand enough of this. We're going to go up another marketplace there. See if we can get the mission by the end of this part. On problem reflection, what I should have done is built that here. We got 53. I kind of would like to 53.65. Right, we're going to let the game tick over another couple of months, and I think what we're going to need to do is kind of work on our food supply in Leiden. As many tips with doing Holland is that you can't afford to neglect that food supply. So we're just going to let the game tick over. Building missing outputs. Utrecht probably hate us. I mean, it'd be great if they actually declared war on us, but how much favour we... can I see... Right, we're still building up to be able to get that thing. It's going up 0.2. Let me just... I thought I was... let's increase this diplomatic spending up a bit. So how quickly is that going up? Wow. Yeah, we need to get this up, I feel. Because I feel that we need to be able to be carrying a favour in here. Because if we get into war now, we would have to possibly use ships to move our troops. And to be honest, that's way too much of a mechanic for me for a first war. So we're just running the game here. We've got 53. Again, I'm just going to speed the game up a bit, I think. Whoops. See if we can get... Pops needs unhappy estates. Let's see. Well, they're nearly back to 51%. Wow, our church is off the chart. We can afford to upset them. Okay, approving. Building spy network is 11. So our annexation has reached 40. Wow. Our spy network is there. Okay. We're 0.72. Haha. I really understand this ship's not repairing. I wonder how... It's the only way we can see how well the 100 Years' War is going on, actually. Let's have a look, see what's going on over here. So we're just waiting on things. Oh, so it looks like the French are... yeah, it goes without saying that the French would go for Aquitaine. Aquitaine was the kind of major area of contention between France and England, and of course up around here around Calais. But this Aquitaine was the biggest one here. It looks, I mean, I don't know if you can actually see the war progress, who's actually winning. Not that it really makes that much difference to us. 8.7. Right, we've got 66 now. So what I'm going to do now is where do we want to go? I want to get into Leiden, and we're going to improve our food here because this is getting worse. So that we need to get that actually done. Okay, we've now got a diplomatic here. So right, we've now got we go to open diplomatic actions, and can we get no, that's it. We got to build up favors, isn't it? Favors. We've been given orders to diplomats to start. So we're now carrying favors in Gelders. Here's Gelders, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's how it's pronounced, called Gelders. And that means that when the time comes, we can get the military access there. Go that way. Actually, one thing I haven't checked here is they got an alliance with Tecklenburg. I think it's Tecklenburg. They're no match for us. Where is Tecklenburg actually? So Tecklenburg is another split country here. I suppose while we're actually thinking about this, let's just keep pausing the game. So this is the area that's got 2 towns in it, the Venter and Zwolle. Trouble is if we conquer all this area here, which is Utrecht, that may give us problems with control. Right, guys, not much is happening at the moment, but what I do want to do is see if we can get this annexation finished in this part. So, and we've also got we built another market. Okay, let's have a look at Amsterdam. How many burgers they've got? Annexing. Okay, pause. Let me finish. So we got 2,904. We've got 4 markets. It says here, our subjects changed their opinion of Holland by -50. Every neighbour country changes opinion to -30. Okay. Location, go to Middelburg. Okay. So we've now got Middelburg. What have we getting here? We manufacturing salt. We've got quite a lot of stuff here. We've got effective control of Middelburg. Proximity to Middelburg. How come we've got 100% control of? Or will that take time to fade? The people to despair, their families and neighbours come to the relentless outbreak of smallpox currently spreading throughout the area. This is not good. Wow. Okay, we're losing money now. Things are going wrong. Right, pause. Okay, welcome back. I've just had a little look here. It seems that Middelburg is 100% control. But what's actually happening is that it will slowly decay back towards to 67.77 here. So we got our tax base now. I think we've lost a bit of money. We've got to try and save some money now. I'll drop the diplomatic spending back a little bit because we don't really need, or we might need a little bit, but I don't think we need that much. If I drop the, that's not going to reduce things that much, is it? So what we need to do now is make a bit of cash. And this, of course, let me just see what we got. Unhappy estates, unprofitable buildings, crops with needs, buildings with missing inputs, location depopulating, because of course it's got problem and disease, and that's affecting our prosperity. And we got a random event here. I suppose everything was going really well, but now it's all got a bit manky. The question is whether it will spread. I mean, it's a random event here. Okay, grow the burgundy, open. Okay, we've got this here. Open the missions tag. We've managed to achieve this task. So we've got embracing the capital economy. This task will take 365 days to complete. You are progressing towards completion of this task. Our nation will be influenced by the following effects: monthly progress to the capital economy 0.5. So we don't have to do anything. Okay. We just need to find a way to make some money. Race the company this card be completed by the 3rd of November 1340. Embrace it. Okay. Okay, we're back in the positive again. I've got absolutely no idea how. I don't. It could be down to the fact that we got a nice trade income. We got a boring. So we're positive, right? Right, guys. I think so much has happened. We've got disease in Dordrecht, which I need to look at what on earth that actually means. We've now annexed. This is actually part of South Holland, isn't it? Let me just see. Yeah, this is all part. So is this South Holland? No. So what we've effectively done is consolidated South Holland. The next step is to consolidate Amsterdam. So we've now got this as a cohesive. So I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.